What is going on, Lake Pro Tackle fam? Hope you're having an amazing day, guys. Before we hop into the video, I do want to let you know all the gear used in this video, including the rods, the reel, maybe some of the baits. If you want to purchase these at a discounted rate, all you have to do is go to the website lakeprotackle.com, type in demo, and you can find a collection as well as all the other rods and reels that we have in that demo product line. Of course, you're going to get a percentage off. We're going to tell you exactly if there's any nicks or anything in the rods or reels, show some detailed pictures if there is anything really just that really stands out to the naked eye. But guys, I hope you enjoy this video. Again, we're going to be going over the Metanium DC. I've heard some concerns from a lot of consumers that they're not getting the just extreme casting distance that everyone thought you'd be able to get out of this Metanium. So today's video, we're going to be taking this reel, the Metanium DC 2024 70. This is the XG model. There's really nothing different between the HG and the XG other than, of course, the gear ratio. But what we're going to be doing is a full rundown on the water, going through different types of baits that we're throwing, different types of rods. We are going to be sticking to 12-pound fluorocarbon, which is really more equivalent to around 14 based on diameter. It is Berkeley 100% fluorocarbon, so it's a little bit thicker line. So I'm going to say it's going to be roughly around that 14-pound mark, especially if you are using that higher end fluorocarbon. So guys, strap in. Let's go ahead and take a deep dive into the Metanium DC.
We're out here at the pond here at Pond King Lake Pro Tackle. We're going to do a couple tests with this new Metanium DC. You see how far we can get and just kind of adjust it according with different rods, different settings, and
different baits as well.
Different baits. Like right now we're doing like a 1/2 ounce jig on a X-Pride 7.2 medium heavy, kind of like your general all-purpose rod. So I'm going to set it up right now, max brake, right? Like we're going to be like we're heaving into the wind, and we're going to do the.
Yeah, we are going straight into the wind, guys.
We're going to go.
Pretty tight tension.
Pretty tight tension. So it's just falling down.
Barely falling.
Barely falling. All right.
I mean, you shake it and
we got about, I'm gonna say probably
sustained 15-ish.
Yeah, probably right now.
So not ideal, but that's what the DC's for, right?
All right. Right.
So here we go.
Here we go.
So we're gonna be trying a bunch of different settings for as much casting distance as possible.
That's into the wind, and I probably just threw that thing 30 yards.
30 yards, yep.
Easy, on just a little underhand flip.
Yeah, so kind of how we're gauging it is this first little fountain here, that's about 30, 35, and then that far one over there is easily 50.
Oh, easy.
Easily 50.
Probably more than 50.
So that one went easy 30.
Easy 30. So now I did one, I like that. We're gonna back off one click on the DC, all right? So we're like,
still on fluoro mode.
Still on fluoro. I'll loosen up the tension a little bit now.
Just barely working it down. We're going to try to get as much casting distance as possible and show y'all kind of our exact settings. So
there you go. Now I got it. Oh,
yep, falling pretty good.
A little tighter there. There you go.
There we go. So now it's falling decent.
All right.
Here, click it real quick and show us how it's falling. Yeah. So. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Flip. Okay, here we go. Another little flip. Same distance, pretty good.
About the same distance, straight into the wind.
And I thumbed a little bit, but they threw it perfect to me. Perfect. Very easy. One more with this one.
Give it like a full.
I'm gonna go full
like
send here. Here we go, full send.
Oh, pretty easy, like.
No backlash. I took my thumb off the spool on that one.
Pretty easy 35 to 40 there. That went pretty good ways past the first fountain. And again, guys, we are going, as you can see, straight into the
next
wind.
One. We're going to probably keep it. Now we're just going to go down on the brake. We're going to go to about the middle. Right
so
there.
It's about 3 out of 6.
Halfway. We're halfway. Yep.
And the tension's still falling pretty good.
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's pretty loose, actually.
Ready?
But
so here we go.
We're going for max distance here.
Into a wind, and that's almost 50.
Yep, that's almost 50 there.
That casted very nice. That's a great.
Yeah, that's just a little 3/8 1/2 ounce jig.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna put on a spinnerbait, a little more wind adverse bait, and we're gonna tie this up for y'all and give it some casts. All right, everyone, same rod. It's going to be the same 7'2" medium heavy, but now we have a 3/8 ounce spinnerbait on.
Still halfway, pretty loose on the tension.
Yep, yep. And
Feels
it is
about
starting
the
to rain on us, but that's all right. Test must go on.
No problem.
Any thumb?
A little bit. Let me thumb.
Well, let's get it to where it's no thumb at all. So tighten that tension back up just a hair to where it's just barely falling. Like typical setup here, you want that bait to barely fall on you. And Tim is left-handed, so...
no, he's not. He's right-handed.
Well, he's right-handed, but he reels on the left.
There.
So he looks a little goofy when he throws and reels
he does.
in.
Ready?
Yep.
I'm not going to thumb this one.
Yep.
No thumb.
So pretty
Halfway.
easy 30. Yep.
In the wind.
Straight into wind with the spinnerbait.
About as far as you would probably throw a spinnerbait, I would say.
Now, of course, there's probably some settings out there to where you can go to like a braid setting or a nylon setting, and
but it casts it fine.
Yeah.
And that's pretty tight. You want to try to do a little freer?
Yeah, we can go a little freer. Go down a brake setting.
One brake setting. So we're almost to the minimum. We're
Yep.
like one click up. So
we're 2 out of 6 here on the brake. Pretty tight-ish tension. You know, it's still falling barely.
Into the wind. Here we go.
Into the wind.
No thumb.
No thumb. That was 35 to 40. Pretty easy. Went way past that first fountain, almost to that second fountain there. And again, double willow, 3/8 or maybe half ounce. So
I think it's yeah. That's crazy.
into the wind. That's the most impressive part to me.
Yes, it's probably one of the better casting reels I've ever casted, to be honest with you.
All right, let's go ahead and switch rods here. See if we can put it on a cranking rod next and cast some crankbaits around. All right, y'all. So I'm going to get wet. We are getting rained out just a little bit here. I'm going to start my little GoPro. We've got just a little tiny Freedom crankbait on. This thing doesn't weigh like anything at all. Very lightweight. Doesn't have like a weight transfer system in it. We've got this on a Daiwa Tatula XT rod, 7-foot medium heavy glass. So very parabolic rod overall, which might aid in the casting just a little bit. I will say I do love the skinnier spool on the Metanium DC, guys. It allows you to get a little extra casting distance because the line doesn't have to travel back and forth here. So I've got the tension set up to where this bait will like basically not fall at all. If I shake it, it doesn't fall. Keep backing down just a hair. About right there. If I shake it, it's starting to fall. Max braking. This rod has a lot of parabolic bend here, so let's go ahead and give it a try. Oh, that... What, 35?
I don't
Come
know.
on.
I think you did it.
Come on, that was like perfect there.
Passed the test.
So that, I mean, that definitely passed the test.
Yeah.
So that right there, guys, it doesn't take any effort. Again, this is probably 12 pounds. It's 12 pounds Berkeley 100% fluorocarbon. Basically 14-pound test.
Cranking line.
Cranking line.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go down. Let's go down 2 notches. I am getting very wet here, so let's go down 2 notches on the brake setting. And give it a cast here. Same tension, does not fall like at all. I can shake it and it barely falls, but that's what we got.
Go ahead.
Aim it just a little higher.
You're
so
good.
I'm okay.
You're right.
Good. All right. So we got brake setting 4 out of 6. Very tight tension into the wind.
No thumb.
Oh geez, come on. That was even farther.
No thumb either.
No thumb. And that was a full cast. I definitely think the casting cranking rod definitely helps with loading the bait and releasing it.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and loosen up the tension here. So again, not moving at all. When I shake it, it moves. And I'm gonna back it down just a couple notches, just to where...
Also tell them, Sam, you don't really need to mess with the tension knob at all. Very minimal.
Very minimal.
Minimal.
So right here, it's barely falling on its own. The wind is kind of pulling it down. I'm actually going to go just 1 or 2 notches below that to where it consistently falls down.
Yeah.
Bump it back up to max brakes, and here we go. Straight into the wind. Oh, I also, note this, guys, I do have around 1 foot to 1.5 feet of line going down from the rod tip here. So here we go.
No thumb.
No thumb. Again, 35 to 40. Easy peasy. So with the DCs, you know, you always have variance between the tension knob and the braking, whether you're loosening the tension knob or anything like that. So Let's go ahead and start backing down again. Let's go down 2. So this is basically 4 out of 6. Here we go. Damn near 50.
Yeah.
Damn near 50.
Yeah.
Didn't even touch the spool. It'll take me a little bit to get this sucker in here.
I mean, it's not like we're casting about as far as you would want to throw a crankbait. Really.
Yeah, and I'm gonna actually go down to minimum braking. So this is totally minimum braking, 7-foot medium heavy cranking rod.
Yeah.
Again, bait is going to be, let's go down just a hair more, barely falling down. Here we go. That one did blow up on me, but that is why we do these tests. I had 0 braking, absolutely 0 on the DC. So am I surprised? No, I'm not surprised. Am I mad? No, I'm not mad at all, because honestly, 0 braking kind of means you're not
Free
getting
spool.
any braking, free spool.
That's why I don't get greedy with my cast.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want to run 0 braking and
Then you're
basically
gonna be thumbing too.
you might as well just buy the Metanium MGL and not get a DC reel if you do that. Do that stupid crap.
There you go.
So here we go. I'm gonna reel this one in, and just to show you guys, I'm gonna bump this back up to where it was.
One knob.
So this is about halfway braking again, and here we go. We're gonna rerun that first test that we just did. Middle of the braking, bait's still falling really slow. Here we go. And I'm absolutely launching that
You
sucker.
hit it.
I
You almost
dang near hit the fountain. That's 50 yards, guys. So when it comes to the DC stuff, with the cranking, absolutely wonderful. With the 70 size spool, oh, dang it. With the 70 size spool.
Well, it's free.
Yeah.
I think it's not coming back, Sam.
Probably not. You probably tied too good of a knot.
I did. It's not coming back.
All right, so guys, I did get a couple comments and messages saying, throw a jerkbait, you know, there's always tumble. Guys, again, throwing straight into the wind. I got a Provoke 106 here. You know, these 6-cents don't have the best weight transfer system in them, so we're gonna do the same thing. It weighs a little bit more than that crankbait we were throwing, so I'm gonna have this tightened up just a little bit, just to where it doesn't fall, and I'm barely shaking it. I'm gonna put the brakes to max. Still got 10 to 15 mile per hour sustained straight into me. So here we go.
Not as far, but
about 36-ish, you know,
but
just over the fountain.
And you didn't thumb.
No thumb, and that's the goal.
That's about what you would do for, I mean, if you're trying to live scope with a jerkbait,
yeah, you're not seeing past that anyway, unless you got just a super juiced up transducer or something.
LD62.
Yeah. All right, so wait for that car to pass. We're gonna do this again. We got jerkbait. Actually, we already did that. So now we're gonna bump it down. Hope you guys can see this. I'm not used to chesties, but we're gonna bump it down straight to the middle. So basically 3 out of 6.
Probably what?
Here we go.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, we're gonna call that 50.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, that was just a line drive straight down there.
Yep.
You know, I really don't want to put it down lower, but what I'm gonna do, Tim, I think I'm gonna turn the tension down, or turn the tension down and turn braking back to normal. So I'm gonna set this to where the bait
there you go. Yeah.
falls consistent. Turn the braking all the way back up.
Okay.
Here we go.
It's for sure not going to overrun.
For sure not overrunning. I could feel the DC really going. That was a little shorter than the last one. You know, having that highest braking setting, I think I can get away with probably 3 or 2 on the reel. So we're going to go down to, let's do 3, pretty consistent middle level.
Yep.
And this should be like a really far cast. So here we go.
And you hit that. Yeah, you hit
past
the thing.
fountain.
Yeah.
So
look out for the snag.
yeah.
All right.
All right, so guys, we are going to now rig up. This is actually one of the ones that was probably most requested, other than like the jerk bait. We're now going to rig up the big flipping stick. We're going to be throwing around like a 1/2 ounce jig, flipping around some other things, even putting a spinner bait on this heavier rod. So we're going to switch it over and then get back to you. All right.
Okay, we are.
Turn the brake all the way up.
Brake. We're at going to be max brake.
And we're going to make that jig fall not even fall. So we were discussing this off camera, guys, but essentially with the more limber rod, so there you go, it's not falling. With a more limber rod, you really get a more
fluid cast.
More fluid cast here. So this is an extra heavy 3/8 ounce jig here.
So I'm gonna do like a pitch right here, Sam. Just
Yep.
like you're going down the bank, right? So it kicked in a little bit.
Yeah, I could hear it.
It did. So
Let's give it a cast.
here we go.
Full brush pile point cast here.
Here we go. Ready?
That was pretty wimpy, Tim.
That
was just flipping it out there.
Just flipping it out there.
Little flick of the wrist. All right, let's see if we can send it through these fountains here.
Ready?
Yep. So full brake, high tension. Oh, geez. That jig really carried it.
Yeah, so
I mean, that 40.
Yeah, and I'm not even, we're all brake and almost not even falling down.
Yep. Perfect, perfect. I definitely think the reel handles better with heavier stuff.
Yep.
That DC really gets a chance to kick in just because that spool inertia is very, very high.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's bump it down to 2, bump it down to like 3. I put it in the middle.
Go middle,
Yeah,
right in the middle,
test.
and then we'll loosen up our drag, our tension.
Oh, no, keep the tension high. Keep the tension high.
Tension
Let's
is
just
still
do
high.
brake. There you go. It's falling.
Barely.
Barely falling.
Okay, here we go.
Extra line out, about a foot, maybe foot and a half, 14 inches or so. I heard a little overrun, but it looks like it worked itself out.
Nothing.
Looks good. Looks good. I mean, again, that was almost to that last fountain there, almost that 50 yards, guys.
Okay.
So now we're gonna work tension down and then put the brake.
The other thing about these is that it's a little bit like a Daiwa. The tension knob, it's really not made to be messed with that much, to be honest with you. Let me get it down here. So we're loosening up a little bit here. There we yeah.
A little consistent right there. Oh yeah, that's consistent. And then bump the brake all the way up.
Brake all the way back up. A little looser on the tension.
Yep.
You ready?
Yep. Send her out there. Woo! Yeah, almost 50. Full brake. It's definitely slowing it down. That IDC5 system in there, I think, definitely plays a big role into how far you can cast any lure even. So now go back down to 3 or something.
We'll go right back down to mid.
Halfway.
Yep, it should go this time, I think.
And I love how you can really mess with the settings on this Metanium.
Ready?
Yep. Oh, geez. Past the fountain.
Past the fountain.
All right, let's put a heavier jig on. All right, so this is a full half-ounce Strike King structure jig with a little creature on it.
Halfway in brakes and pretty generous on the pretty good fall.
Yep, so we're gonna go the other way this time. So it's pretty loose. Brakes only halfway. It's falling really quick, actually.
Here we go.
All right. This one might blow up on us. We'll see. See if the DC can keep up. Oh, yeah, easy peasy.
I didn't want it to. I could have got further. I stopped it before, but I didn't want it to hit the fountain, but still.
Yeah, we've got cables and stuff running on the fountain, guys, so we can't let it sink too fast on the fountains. So,
okay, there you go. There's.
I mean, that easy 50.
One more time.
Into the wind, too. So,
yep, that is the fountain, pretty much.
Yep, right on the fountain there.
And that's hauling off. I'm throwing it hard. This is an awesome reel. And I'm amazed at how much line it holds just on the 70.
Yeah, for a 70, it definitely
it holds a lot more line than you think. And this, and this is 12, so
14-ish.
14. You could do quite a bit with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There you go.
Let's turn the brake or the tension up and then run the brake.
Tension up now.
Yep. Few little notches. Barely falling. There you go.
Barely
Perfect.
falling.
And then tension or braking all the way up.
All the way to max. Max
so
brake.
This is full brake, full tension, as much as you really ever need.
Into the wind too.
Yep. So of course
it's about
a little bit shorter.
Maybe 12 feet, 15 feet short of the thing, shorter cast with that setting. But if you get a day like this today where you've got some wind in your face, this is perfect for that.
Dang near. Dang near.
Almost. That's
all right,
an
let's
awesome
run
reel.
that breakdown. Let's get it to like 2 or something since we got such high tension. Let's hit 2 or 3 on that.
All the way down. We're gonna go almost. We're gonna keep break because we know what happened last time we went free spool.
Yeah, you put it halfway, right at 3 probably.
I'm gonna go just above.
Just above, or 2. So
2. Yep. Here we go.
I'm scared. Woo!
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Interesting.
The tension kept it from overrunning on that, and it's incredible reel.
Let's see. Let's try skipping. Let's try to find a good skipping setting for the fans here.
Okay. Right now we're pretty high. I always
like higher braking.
I like high braking, but I do not. I want it, and probably I'm a halfway, but usually pretty tight because you got to put a little momentum on the thing when you want to skip. Though. There you go.
Oh, I wish I got that. That was pretty.
That was a good cast.
See if you can do that again. You'll probably mess it up this time.
Yeah, I probably will. You ready?
Yep. Yeah. That's pretty solid.
I could skip a dock with that. Actually, I think it could probably even go. You could maybe with the tighter stuff, you could actually probably go 1 click down and keep it there. If you're going to keep your tension tight, I think you could still. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, much better. It came off and didn't. It let it go a lot easier.
Yeah.
Now this is also a heavier jig. You know, people skipping with the lighter jig.
Or like I like a Senko or a Yamatanuki or something.
Yeah,
like
if you're Greg Hackney, this is a light jig here, 1/2 ounces.
Yeah. See, it blew up a little bit that time.
Yep.
Just a little.
Yeah, I think I like my settings right at 3 or above. I like to do 4 for skipping and then kind of just mess with the tension.
I don't get greedy with when you're skipping stuff because I always got to put so much to zing it, and you got to use a lot of thumb when you skip. To me, even if it's a DC reel. So I think you got plenty to show people
the awesomeness of the DC.
DC.
Again, guys, if you want to buy any of the rods or the reel or any of the baits there, just type in demo on the website and you can get them at a little discounted rate. Just as a demo, you know, obviously there's nothing too wrong with them. If there is any scratches that do happen to pop up on them, we'll definitely disclose that. And if you want pictures and stuff, just shoot us an email or message and we'll let you know for sure. But definitely taking a big chunk out of the cost for you there.
I might have to get one of these, Sam.
Well, hopefully we get some left-handed in because all we have are right-handies. So.
That's all we have?
Yep.
Well, that sucks.
On your break, what do you think of this $500 reel?
This $500 reel casts pretty far. I'd buy it.
You'd buy it.
All right, everyone, that was a little more comprehensive test of the 2024 Metanium DC. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like on it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comment section. Even if you don't, you know, just telling us that it was a good video, or if you wanted to change some things, or if we should do another test, let us know. It definitely helps us in the algorithm of getting on people's view pages. Like I said, guys, any of the rods that we used in this video, nothing is wrong with them. We literally just used them for this test here. If anything, it has a little bit of water on here, but it'll evaporate out. So if you want to buy these at a discounted rate, head over to the store, type in demo online, and it should pop up. And each one's going to have their own individual listings, as well as this Metanium here. So if you want a discounted rate on any of the items here, guys, definitely get on it. And I'll have everything down in the description for you if you want to buy directly off that. And I appreciate it, everyone. Again, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. See you guys.